Welcome back. Well, Senator Ayo Arishe joins us now. He was the former chairman, Senate Committee on Privatization. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you for having me.
You know, many will always look through all of this playing out in the Senate. Senate has been in the news these days. Many would have thought, look, this is not what they bargained for. They thought that they were going to see them neck deep in lawmaking, public hearings with respect to making laws that will benefit or improve the lives of Nigerians. But is this what you expected?
This is politics, and a lot of things get thrown up in the process. The primary responsibility of the Senate is to make laws, and at the same time look at issues of corruption in the country, and any other topical thing. They do take petitions from the public, they examine it, and they find ways of finding solutions, to it. So it's not really a straitjacket kind of.
But did you subscribe to the school of thought? Because there are those who say that this, for them, further chips away at the confidence they would have had on the Senate.
Well, there are issues coming up from different angles. Some of those issues could have been handled better, but I don't think we're at the point of perfection yet. Even America is still going through a lot of ups and downs. So really, apart from some of the few missteps, I think we're on course.
This is taken away from the Senate's constitutional duties of making laws, of course, and looking at bills. How much of a risk is this creating, this newfound challenge that they face in the Senate? How much of a risk is it creating for the future of what should have been instituted as laws for this country?
Oh, I believe the bills are still going on in the Senate. They're discussing it. Takes several stages, and I don't think they're totally off track in terms of making laws. And when you look at the issue, the topical ones now of confirmation is still part of their responsibility. So, and if the public is looking in one direction, and the Senate is saying this is what the constitutional responsibilities entail, then there is nothing much we can do but to look at our constitution and see are they really performing their duties. It's imperative that if you send somebody for confirmation, it's not supposed to be a rubber stamp business. So, in that respect, there could be friction here and there, between the National Assembly and the Executive, particularly if they're not seeing or looking at things in the same direction. That does not mean that they are totally off track, no. Particularly,
But what about when, they keep asking questions about the integrity of the senators? Isn't that of huge concern?
Of course, there is no doubt about that. When you ask, you talk about integrity, either in the executive or in the judiciary or in the legislative arm, it's an issue of concern and should be of concern to every Nigerian. But having said that, anyone that is found wanting, we have laws to take care of every situation if it's applied. So if the question of
that in some cases they are not applied.
Oh, of course. You can be,
because you said if it's applied.
Yes, if it's applied, the laws are there. It's the application that is lacking in our society. There is no question about the fact that the Constitution has covered almost everything. If you say a person has committed XYZ offense, charge him to court. And if it's found wanting, there are penalties for different kind of offenses. So if it's corruption,
Yeah. I know that
can go for it.
Yeah, I know that we've got the presumption of innocence. That's our rule book in this country. But I mean, you're also widely traveled, because one wonders, how do you think international community will perceive us if our senators, some of them, have got questions, integrity, corruption hanging against them? They won't perceive us in a good light, will they?
Well, you can look at it this way. This is not peculiar to Nigeria. There is integrity question on the White House as we speak. We've been following what has been going on.
So are we justifying the fact that
no,
it's not happened? So we too
it is not being justified. As it is going on, people are asking questions. They are putting the White House to task. And that is the responsibility of the press. That is what you are doing. But it's not that, somebody just wakes up and says, oh, this person is this. And that can be done to anyone. And it could go viral anywhere. So we need to be sure that what we call the question of integrity is a question of integrity. Look at what has just happened now. Everybody, almost everyone in Nigeria is almost believing that Dino didn't have a certificate from ABU. So the VC came now that he has a certificate. Obviously, when you look at that, the noise about it, people I got confused. That could it really be the case? So if the VC came and said he actually graduated, and the guy said he graduated, then who is to blame? Is it Dino or the person who started what we call now fake news?
No, we'll find out. We'll find out when we return in a moment. Join us again.